Hello, everybody. I am getting set up here, and I cannot tell if there are people watching, but that's okay. So, my name is Patty, and I am Divine Warrior Intuitive. So, hopefully this will record properly, and you get an audio and all that good stuff. Definitely. I want to make sure all my settings are set up for you guys. This is the first time for you guys. I want to make sure that that's all going good. Perfect. I'm so used to doing YouTube, okay? Definitely want to do, oh shoot, what did I just do? I'm so used to doing YouTube, so bear with me here. If you do not know who I am, Divine Warrior Intuitive is who I am. And I do intuitive tarot readings. I'm also a coach, a transformation coach. And I just lost the chat. I'm not sure where the chat went. Oh, that's on the other page. I'm not sure how to get that back. So if I know what I'll do. I'm just getting set up, guys, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody gets a fair chance to ask any questions if they want, anything like that. But what I do is I do intuitive tarot, and I'm an empath, so I have the abilities. Everybody has abilities, so basically mine are just in tuned. I'm not sure how or why, but I can read people really well, but I also am audio, so I hear things from the other side in the universe, and the vibrations. We talk about vibrations, frequencies, that kind of thing. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of videos there about vibrations, frequencies. Not only that, I do transformation mindset coaching. So with that, where you would bring your vibrations up and your frequencies up and things of that nature to your highest self, to your authentic self, to your true self. And it teaches you, we teach you how to be honest with yourself, how to move forward out of trauma, PTSD and things of that nature, and work with that, okay, as well as abilities. Some people I've helped all around the world, and they'll come to me because they don't understand an ability they have, or they've, I have interpreted dreams, so I can interpret dreams, things of that nature. So they'll come to me with just questions. That's what I'm here for, you guys. It's all free, so you can always ask questions. Again, this is my first live with Facebook. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's many videos, and also I've been there for years, but I just decided to come on Facebook and give this a try for this community, because I would love to reach out and know more of you as well. So how I do my readings is you have to understand that the cards are the resource. So when you go to a tarot reader or intuitive reader or anybody who deals with the spiritual or the unseen realm, per se, I don't like calling it a psychic, because I think we are the master of our own energies. So we can do a reading, but because energy and frequency change per how you are, how you think, how you move, how you act, how you do any of that kind of stuff, it can change in an instant. So if I say, oh, this is going to be your future, or this is where I believe you're going to go, however, your mindset is, I'm not in your mind, I'm not in your head, so I can't tell what you're thinking or where your energy is or where it's going to go. So you can, in a split second or a hair, change your future just by the way you think and the way you act on how you think. So the way I do my readings a lot is through what Divine has to share with us to help you grow your future, to create your future, but also to heal, and also to find out what maybe you could be working with, or with yourself, inner child, and all that kind of stuff. So my main card, you'll see me pull an oracle, and this oracle deck is Divine's deck. This is the I don't, it's the most spiritual deck I have, put it that way, because I go to it first. So I pray on these before the readings, and I ask a message from Divine, what the energy I call he, is what he wants to share, what he wants to give a message to you. So this may resonate with you and it may not, but if it does resonate, it's supposed to be something you're really supposed to be paying attention to. I do incorporate numerology and astrology with my readings, so there's numbers. He's big about numbers, so things with numbers and things of that nature, we'll go into that. So this is a general reading, and I can do readings one-on-one, or I can do readings per your sign or through your like earth, fire, and those kind of signs, or I could do it through your specific sign. But I also do teach nutrition and fitness and all that kind of stuff. If you go on divinewarriorintuitive.com, you'll see all the things that you can do there. And get yourself balanced. But to get balanced, 2020 is the secular part, and Divine Warrior Intuitive is more the spiritual part. The reason why is because we have to think backwards. So in America, I don't know where you're watching from, but in America, we are always taught mind, spirit, body, mind, spirit, body, mind, spirit, body. But it's backwards, because you need to start with your spirit. You really need to listen to that intuition. You need to focus in on that inner self, how you're talking to yourself. Again, here we go with the mindset, but talking to yourself and things of that nature, because that's your spirit. And your spirit tells your mind how to act, react, speak, not speak, feel, not, those kind of things. And then your mind tells your body how to move, not move, say things, don't say things, and everything. So when we're taught mind, spirit, body, it's backwards. You really need to listen to what your spirit, what your inner person is telling you. And a lot of the times we've been trained wrong, or we've been brought up wrong, or in a way that we close off to looking at other things. So really have to look at that kind of a thing. So if you ever want to, if you have questions, or if you ever want to have a reading by yourself, or go into one of the workshops or things like that, I hope to come on at least once a month live, so that I can do some of these readings for you. They will probably be general readings, and then I will be posting the readings for your specific signs after I put them up on YouTube. So it benefits you to be on YouTube. It'll get you the quicker information on how to, or where we're at in the month, because I will be doing workshops as well. All right. Definitely. So if you hear some noise in the background, we're horse people. So there's the Kentucky Derby going on, and I'll have to watch it later. But I didn't even think about that coming on today. But yeah, so many of you don't know me, but I do have, I've done saddle work, and I do leather work a lot, and I do everything. So I'm known as the Leather Lady LLC, if you want to go on and see my website and channel for that as well. So let's get started. And I appreciate anybody who's watching this, whether it's live or recorded. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. It means a lot to me, just to even have you guys watch me for a few minutes. I greatly appreciate it. I am a nut, I will warn you, and I do crazy things. Being an empath, I don't apologize, but sometimes I get very emotional in some of these readings, because I can feel somebody's energy. So be really, really mindful, and be kind to everybody, because you just don't know what they're going through. All right, so this is, again, Divine's deck. We're going to do a reading. I'm going to pull one card for Divine. I have another oracle I will pull for current energies as well, and see what the message is for that. And then we will go forward from there. Endless possibilities. You know, I did a reading, it's on YouTube, the reading for the first part of May. And this is definitely falls into the play with that because it's endless possibilities. It was the, it wasn't the world. What was the other one that kept showing up? Oh, man. I'll think of it. But it falls into the same thing. Okay, so this is endless possibilities. And when I get these cards, this is Divine's card. He asked me to look at specific things on the card. And it also, I look at the numerology of the card, and I look at the colors and the energy of the card. So there's a lot of things that come into play. Like I said, I'm audio, but I also get a bunch of downloads, which could be visual, could be a word I don't understand. It could be a smell or something of that nature, or if somebody decides to pop in that has a spirit decides to pop in that I can't tell, so maybe it is a message for somebody. I don't know. That's what we'll be doing. So the endless possibilities definitely has me looking at the stars in the crown chakra and the third eye. So it has to do with your intuition. This is the number 2 as well. Excuse me. Yeah, number 2. So it is about something coming together, bringing something together, endless possibilities. This again is for the month, early part of the month of May until about the 19th. Definitely. And she is looking into a ball. However, that ball is not clear, and that's fine. We don't want it to be clear at the moment because we want to find out what that is, because each person is different. Okay, so if I say, okay, there's a person in there that looks like this, then everybody's going to think it's that. No, this is your crystal ball. Well, it's not even a crystal ball. It's just looking into what you want for the future. There's endless possibilities. There is something coming together. He hasn't shown you that yet. However, it is in your mind's eye. You're not paying attention to it. Again, we have to really think about the intuition of what we're thinking about, our intuition. So a lot of the times we ignore it, or we disclose it, or what do you call that word? What is that word? Man, put it off to the side. Okay, we put it off to the side, and we're like, I'll just go this way, and then later you find out you should have went the other way. So, what is that word? I just can't place it. Anyway, pay attention to what that intuition is telling you, because you're missing something. This is definitely really focusing in on your spiritual side more than the earth side. The earth side is all about what you see, what you feel, what you can have, what is around, whereas the spiritual side is what you don't see, what you feel, what you hear, what you smell, and you cannot physically touch it. Okay, so really be paying attention to the more spiritual side, and that doesn't mean you have to be spiritual. It's just your inner self, because that's something you don't see, but you know it's there. Sort of like the wind. You can't see it, but you know it's there because of the reactions of the leaves moving and stuff. Okay, definitely. All right. So let's see what this oracle, this is the current energy oracle, and then we'll go into a spread. All right, what do you have? What energy do you have? Ooh, that one popped out first. Sorry, guys. Let's see what it's got. One Ring Circus. This is number 6 in numerology as well. Definitely about this is like the Hermit card that showed up on YouTube for that reading. This is a One Ring Circus. This has to do with you alone. This is a time for you to be focusing in on what you want, not what other people want, shutting out the noise, shutting out the distractions, sort of just putting, like I said, we're horse people, putting the blinders on a racehorse. They can't see what's going on out, but they're giving their all no matter what. That's what you need to do. You need to put the blinders on, put the earmuffs on, and just focus in on what you want to do and where you want to go, which moving forward. It is definitely, and they're using the elephant. I love it. They're using sort of a circus act because maybe it has been a 3-ring circus, 1-ring circus for you. But this 1-ring circus is using the elephant. And the elephant is all about memory. It does remember. So paying attention to the things that that remind you of joy, bring you love, bring you peace, and those kind of things. Those are the things that he is telling you to focus in on. All right. All right. So let's go to the spread. The way I do my spreads, or this spread, is what we're going to do. It's a 7-card spread. And the first card is your current past. The center cards are for what's happening right now, what's going on with you. And the last card is a challenge card. And this is something that basically you need to work on because something's holding you back or keeping you stuck, or we'll find out what that is going to be. Or maybe you're in a place at work that you're not supposed to be. I know I saw one flip. Unless that's it and it flipped back over. Yes. Ooh. All right. Definitely. Again, in number 8. So we've got 6, 8, and 2. 16, 67. It's number 7. This is definitely moving towards the progress of your future. Somebody's in something new. Somebody's been really, really working hard recently to what has been happening as far as work. They're trying to get their ducks in a row for work, or whatever that is, whatever you're working hard towards. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so your first card, which I remember I had said this is your current past, I would say in the last couple of months, maybe 2-3 months. It is definitely the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles, meaning you're trying to get things in a row. There's only a little bit left to do. Saying you're starting a new hobby. This has to do with your career, your future, money. Maybe you have a side thing that you're trying to do and you're trying to get it going. Keep going on it. Keep working on it. This is something that you're almost towards the end, or you're seeing some progress at least from the hard work that you're doing. Your current card, your first current card, is the Knight of Swords, which is moving towards that. So there is something moving towards the past, or the current past that you've been working on. There's definitely going to be a lot of talk about it. This is, again, probably something to do... I don't know if this is, I keep hearing side hobby, but I just think there's more to it. I think somebody is working hard. It's a young person and is working hard in the, whatever degree they're in, whatever they're starting to do. This is a young person. I hear the word apprentice. I don't know if it's something that you want to do. You're trying to get into an apprenticeship. This is about the time of the year to get in apprenticeships because my daughter is in that same boat. But the thing is, things are moving towards you. And again, you're going to have a lot of opportunities. I hear that there's going to be, I see a fork. So that means many different types of opportunities. You're going to have to really focus because you've got the number 8 again here. You've got the 8 of Wands. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is great because there's reward coming from the hard work. If you keep that mindset, here we go about the mindset, guys. If you keep that mindset in a positive and upward movement, that's the vibrations, keeping the vibrations open. I just, realized I didn't turn on my light. Does it matter? No. It's too bright anyway. But the thing is that you really want to keep that mindset higher vibrational. What does that mean? It's like, okay, that self-doubt, that self-talk needs to go away. That's like, oh, I can't do it. I don't have any money. I don't know how to do it. I don't know anybody that could help me to do it. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. That's all that low vibrational energies. This, I see a snake. So it means this, when you see a snake, it's shedding skin. That means the old goes away and the new starts. So if this is a new start for somebody, because the 8 of Wands is, these are fast moving cards, guys. These are really fast moving cards. And so a lot of the times we get fearful about things that move too fast. Okay, and the reason why we get fearful is it brings us out of our comfort zone. We can't think fast enough. We rather think with our brain and not with our heart rather than seeing what might be. That would, so it's something is coming around that is really fast moving. Don't let it scare you. Don't let it be uncomfortable. Just go and ask yourself, your intuition, your spirit guides to help you through that. Your center card is again the number 2. So the center card and Divine's card are the number 2. So, but we've got the 2 of Cups in reverse. So I heard, when you think it's falling apart, it's actually falling together. I know, I love that saying. When you really think that things are falling apart, they're actually coming together. So know that although that may not look like things are happening, or you don't feel things are happening, get ready, because they are. Again, you have to pay attention to your chakras, not your head. When I teach people about mindset, is like, I wish I could take their head off and put it to the side and say, okay, now pay attention to what this is telling you. And then you can put your head back on and then say, oh, okay, that's telling me to think this way. And then I'm going to move and act and do it this way. All right. So this is sort of a time for you to, you're not paying attention to the things that are more important. And what we talk about more important in some of my things that I talk about is that if you cannot take it with you when you pass on to this life, or pass from this life, then it doesn't matter. Because you can't take it with you, so it doesn't matter. But what you can take with you is love and compassion and kindness and all the things that people are like, oh my God, I really hate to hear this stuff. But it's the truth. And you can take your memories. Now, how long our memories last, I could not tell you, but I do know we take on our memories because I've spoke to my mom. And my mom has informed me things that actually was backed up by fact and truth. And I was like, wow, okay. So I do know that there is more to this, and we do take our memories with you, but for how long those memories last, or if we go into another dimension, or we go into that, I can't tell you. We won't know until we get there, will we? So, definitely the 2 of Cups in reverse is at the center. So whatever's happening in your life, if you're going through trauma, PTSD, anything of that nature, know that things are going to turn around. You just have to not only give hope, but surround your self with people that are going to help support you, whether it's, it doesn't have to even be your own family. It could be, your friends that made a family for you. My brother was murdered in 94, and it was in Florida. He was a taxi cab driver, and when we went to bring his remains home, they were like, well, you have to give us a chance to say goodbye. We were his family down here. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think. And he had, oh my gosh, so many people turned out, because there was a taxi cab driver killed the week before him, and then another one the next week was accosted, and the guy shot the fare, and of course it was in defense, so he got off. But the other thing is that he had a family down there, so we stayed the week, but we also investigated and tried to find out our own stuff. But he had a family, so support yourself doesn't mean just by your physical family. Sometimes you don't have that. So you just surround yourself. And if you don't have that, then you find a support group, or you find a group that you like. If you like hobbies, you find that group. Like I do leather work, so I surround myself with people that are either entrepreneurs or they're leather work. Or I find people that are horse people, or people that I play Japanese harp, around the Japanese harp, those kind of things. So make sure that you're getting around those people. You've got Wands again here. You've got the Queen of Wands. So you got a couple of wands here in the direction, but you also have the Page of Cups. So Cups, what's your passion? What is your desire? What is it that that's in your mind that keeps rolling around in somebody's mind that I really would like to do it? You're curious about it. You might want to learn it. You might, if you want to learn something, learn it. It doesn't mean you have to stick with it. It doesn't mean that you have to stick with it at all. But definitely somebody is playing around with something that, you know, maybe they want to do. And there's so many things on YouTube that can teach you how to do certain things too. So, but somebody's got something muddling around in their mind that's new and fresh. They just haven't gotten their feet wet in it yet. Okay? They just haven't gotten their feet wet in it, and they're just waiting. Here's your challenge card, guys. Remember, this is just for the first couple of weeks of May. This is your challenge card, and I love this card. It is the Nine of Pentacles, which I find interesting. Your challenge card is also your past card. So there is something stirring that the reason why the Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card is because this person has done all the work at 8 and then 9. Okay, so you've done all the work, you've worked really, really hard, and now you can reap the rewards of it. But again, it's your mindset. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I have to have it really big. I have to have it a lot of money, but they don't want to do the baby steps to it. This is the baby steps. Oops, this is the baby steps. And then this is the rewards. But you also have to know that even the little things along the way are the rewards. Somebody just doesn't see it. And it's sitting there right in front of your face. So you have to sort of look at yourself, all the things that you've been through, all the challenges you've been through, all the things that you've gone through, the hard work, the blood, sweat, tears, everything that you maybe spent hours and hours learning something, you know, just don't give it away. And that's why that 9 is so important, because you're not seeing and reaping the rewards that you should be reaping. Not ripping, reaping. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get some clarity on these cards here. Oops, let me get my hands on this first. If those cards are supposed to come out, you can bring them out again, please. All right, so let's get some clarity. The color of blue means something to somebody. I don't know what that is. They're just having me look at blue, the blue. What does blue mean to somebody? I don't know. If it means something to you, I'd love to know. And then also the blue sky. What is it about blue? Water? Water sign? Is this for the water sign? What is it? What is it about blue? I do not know. We'll find out here, I guess. Are these upside down? No. I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay. Boy, we're in the high numbers. We are in the high numbers. That means this, when it happens that way, it means that you're moving into a progressive area. Again, it has to be you thinking about it yourself. Again, there's that energy of that one ring circus. Really thinking and focusing in on yourself. Thank you. So, I don't know if you can see this, but the little lady on the top, she's looking back. She's looking back. And what I'm hearing is rear view mirror. So nothing comes from looking back. It all comes from looking forward. So if you look, and even the elephant is trying to look back. So there is something in the back that is either holding somebody back. They're thinking too much about the past. They're thinking about what they could have had, or that past relationship. If you're talking about love and relationships, if you keep that old past with you, then you're never going to move forward with a new love, because nobody, not one person on this earth is the same as the next person, because that thing inside the skull is different for everybody. And even though they could be identical twins, they're not the same. Okay, there's just not. So you got to stop looking at the past. What I teach in my videos, if you go to them, you'll learn that you go to the past and you put the flowers on the grave, because it's dead. It's gone. It's dead. So you put the flowers on the grave. You don't put a tent up on the grave and you stay there. But the people that are living in the past and about their relationships and comparing relationships and doing all that kind of stuff, you got a tent. You need to take down the tent and you need to put the flowers up. And then you need to maybe even just take the flowers down and just not go back to that grave. Depends on the person, on what you can handle. Okay? So, to clarify your 8 of Wands You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's sort of working hard and they're about ready to give up on something. Don't. It's coming. It's coming. You've just got to be patient. It's sort of like that cartoon that the guy is digging a tunnel and the guy above him's digging a tunnel, and that guy is just about to the end, and this guy just decides to give up, and he breaks through, and this one gives up, and it was like this far. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up. Because you really definitely, for the Knight of Wands, again, this is about your truth. This is about telling yourself the truth and ignoring what everybody else said. What did I say? Endless possibilities. Stop. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I really can't. I can't. I wouldn't know how to if I could. But the thing about the Seven of Wands is standing up for what you believe in, who you are, what you want, what your calling is, what your purpose is, and keep moving forward. Stop listening to the naysayers, because they are going to keep coming at you. I can't make this up. They're going to come at you and they say, oh, well, you can't do that. I even have a friend that does it, and I'm like, you need to take it, shut up, because she's like, you're 65 and you want to open a new store. What are you thinking? You're 65. You're old. You know? No, I'm not. I'm not old at all. I'm actually probably in my 30s in my mindset. However, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have naysayers. You're going to have the judgment. Somebody's paying attention way too much to the outside and what people think than what they need to do. Okay? Boy, are you thinking about what other people... There's that number 8 again. The 8 again. You're talking to yourself in the wrong manner. I don't know who this is, but you definitely... Or it's either your judge... Oh, somebody's gossiping, whether you're gossiping or they're gossiping. That is not good. That is what holds you into this... You have a lot of opportunities. However, you're muddling and confusing everything, that you won't be able to know which one to pick because you're listening to all this noise. Definitely. And look at this, guys. I cannot do this. I cannot make this up. So your last card before the challenge, Page of Cups, Page of Cups. What does that mean? When you hear something in doubles or you hear something in triples, then you really got to pay attention to them. It is a newness. It's something new. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to try it. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to, take the risk in something. Of course, it has to be calculated. You have to go through the facts and learning, sort of like opening a business. You just don't open a business and then, say, oh, well, I didn't do this, didn't do this, didn't do this. You got to know everything. However, this is something new. This is something maybe you've been working hard for and you haven't shared with anybody, but don't if you're not ready. Definitely don't do that if you're not ready, because you've got the Three of Wands. You are thinking about your future. Somebody's afraid to take that into the future. Somebody is really afraid to take that. I don't know what that or who that is for. However, don't be afraid. Fear holds everybody back. And if you were to step out from fear, you would be surprised at all the opportunities you have that you could be taking or you missed out on because of fear. Kicho, get out of there. Out. I have a little Frenchie that she needs another dog to play with because she has a lot of energy. But definitely really need to pay attention to your talking to yourself. Somebody is isolating themselves and telling themselves all this stuff that they need. It almost sounds like somebody I know, that they need to get out on their own. They need to move in a direction that is going to help them see what is actually going on and what they can do with it. All right. All right. So let's see what other energies we have coming towards you. All right. Right, Kicho? I wish you could see her. I'm actually, if you've never seen me before, I'm in my office. This is sort of an office shipping room for my leather. So you've got behind me some patterns for leather work that we do. We do mostly equestrian stuff, but and then we have my little fun area for my Disney and my tarot stuff. I love it. So, all right. So let's see. Is there anything else we want to share? What else do we want to share? Gosh, pages. Oh my gosh, there's the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles, a lot of moving forward. A lot of moving forward. A lot of change coming. Yes. I think this really depends on your mindset. You can't see it. Definitely you can't see it. The Page of Pentacles, you got 2 pages of cups and a Page of Pentacles. You again have the 7 of Pentacles. So now you have the 7, the 8, and the 9. Do you see how it's progressing? They're baby steps. So if you look at this card, what has he got there? He's got Pentacles, but what's behind the Pentacles? He's got grapes. Or he's got produce or whatever is behind there. A lot of hard work. Okay? And with that, it takes time to grow. So whatever it's take time. But for somebody, this, we've got the number 2 again. And so what is that saying? Is things are going to come together. You just don't see that they're coming together, and you think that they're not coming together. So you're a little confused, and you're not sure which way to go. Should you give it up? Should you keep going? Keep going? Again, I see the tunnel with the 2 guys, and one's going all the way. The other one stops and says, screw it. And they've got just a little bit more to go. The one that's going to keep going is going to get it. You trust me. Don't stop whatever you're doing. If it's positive, it's helping, it's something fun, it's something that you have a desire, a passion for. Again, listen to your inner self, your intuition. Listen to that 3rd chakra or the crown chakra. Definitely there's messages trying to come into you and let you know. However, you don't want to, if you don't want to listen, you can't hear it. So our intuition, every single person has it. Women have it a little bit more because we're more of a nurturing creature, plus our brains are just a little bit different. But definitely is something that you really get in tune with, or you shut it down. I know people that are empaths or have abilities, and out of fear they shut them down. And it's really sad because people from the other side want to come and tell them that they love them, that, you know, what they did for them in this world was really meaningful, but because of their trauma and their PTSD from when they were kids, they don't want to allow that in, which, you know, it is very hard and scary if you think it's hard and scary because you don't know it. So when we talk about supernatural or things that we can't see, we're just fearful because we just don't know it. We're not familiar with it. You know, I'll smell somebody, or I'll smell something that is going on. And I'll, like, for example, my daughter's half Asian. Her uncle passed away. We, you know what the temple smells like. We know what some of the incense that he used to burn smells like. We don't burn that here. Back there, I'll burn frankincense or sage maybe, but once in a while, especially near his anniversary or his birthday, I'll all of a sudden smell the smell of the temple and everything, and I'll just let him know, hey, Nico's not here. You know, she's in California. You'll have to go see her in California, although he's probably there at the same time, just because we're like a sparkler. We're energy. So we're like a sparkler. We can be in many, many places at one time. We don't have to be just, okay, I'm going to fly here. I'm going to fly here. We're energy. Energy can go all over the place. So you'll maybe smell something, hear something, and maybe something will move slightly. You know, that takes a lot of energy. So when you see a lot of this stuff, like just flying and stuff like that, it's crazy. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, my daughter's in Japan, so I just want to sure there was no emergencies. But definitely want to, you know, listen to and hear and smell and all that kind of stuff. I better turn that thing off. And go from there, all right? This, whatever it is, we got the cups. You've got 3 pages of cups. Now you really need to pay attention. Okay. This doesn't happen. This really does not happen. This is once in, God, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it happen where in clarification and also in your reading and just more clarification that these come up. So what it is basically whatever you're thinking or doing, you really need to pay attention to this because it's trying to send you a message. It's trying to send something that wants you to really pay attention to of your heart's desire. It's your calling or your purpose. Whatever that is, it's your calling or your purpose. And again, the spirit, the inspiration and everything, pay attention. A lot of spirituality in this reading, but this is only for you. This isn't for anybody else. So if this resonates with you, go. This is powerful. I would love to hear a comment or whatever, because this is really, really powerful, because this is all about you and you alone. Yay! It's about me, not anybody else, right? Okay, and then we have the Tower card. In your challenge, again, somebody's fearful, but don't be fearful of change, of movement, of things happening. Embrace them. And if you're scared, just say, you know, just give me a sign if this is the right way to go. If this isn't the right way to go, give me a sign, give me clarity. Somebody on the other side or divine will definitely give you clarity, especially your spirit guides will definitely give you clarity. And they're waiting for you to understand. Definitely. All right. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading, guys. This is something of a lot of movement. It can come fast. Don't be afraid of that fast movement. Don't be afraid of things turning on a dime. Yay. Things can happen. You've worked hard. This, I didn't see, we've got the we've got the 2 of Cups in here. However, we've got it once or twice. Once. And it's in reverse. So I don't think this is a relationship love, or this is usually, because 2 it would be 2 this way. It's not 2. So that means this again is going back to the singular. This is, so don't you, when you go to somebody that you need advice for, or you need an opinion for, or you need something like that, don't go to somebody who, 1, hasn't done or been through it. Number 2, that is on similar same page as you, or 3, is extremely wise in spiritual mindset and not so much earth mindset. It's sort of like going to a marriage counselor to somebody who's been divorced 3 times. Can I just say that? I don't know. So, or me as a single person who, you know, wants to, you know, find love or whatever, and I go to, I don't know, I hang around with married people. It's like, how am I going to find somebody that way? But let's go with the first scenario. You know, you're single and you go to somebody who's been divorced 2-3 times, and you're trying to get your marriage together. It doesn't work that way. Or they've actually learned all the things that they did do wrong, and now they might have it right. And definitely it's like, okay, I got it right now, but how many years have you been married? Oh, I'm still single. That's too funny. But I hope this was resonated with you or resonated with somebody. Please share it if it wasn't you and you felt it was somebody else. Also, too, just take parts of it that you feel resonated with you, that you want to mull over and think about. But remember, this is about you and your chakras, your movement and everything, and things are really moving, really, really moving. Don't forget to go to, I do have a website, divinewarriorintuitive.com, where you can purchase items. I'm actually going to be making some new things that we'll be selling on there. So to hold tarot cards and actually some tarot coasters and things like that, coaster sets that are out of leather. Everything's out of leather, of course. Or you can actually go to my YouTube channel. I was going to say the leather lady, but it's actually Divine Warrior Intuitive on YouTube as well. I hope this was good. I hope this enlightened you a little bit. And make a comment. Would you like to see this again? I would love to come back and do this. This is the first time for me with Facebook, not for YouTube. I've got about 70 videos over there or something like that. So again, and if you have gone through any trauma of sexual abuse, I do have a series over there on surviving, healing, and living with. It's a 3-part series, and I would love for you to watch that and help and understand what you might have gone through, but also to help heal yourself and manage the triggers. All right. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you soon.